The original magic wand. I bought this for my ex-girlfriend, and it's broken. She broke it, I guess, by using it too much. And so I was like, why don't I fix it? Essentially, you can just unscrew the head. That is the axle that spins the vibrating mechanism. I don't know if you can see it there. It's just a piece of rubber that slips onto the top. Just so we can all see what's inside, I think it's interesting. I'm going to take the screws out. If you look at the brand name, it says Vibratex Incorporated HV-260. It's referred to as the Hitachi Magic Wand. I kind of wonder, like, how many companies have produced this model. Because it seems like a very ubiquitous item, like, and there are many different variations of it. The only other teardown I've seen of this was done by the Lioness blog, and it had a cast metal vibratory head, and that was interesting because when I took this apart it was plastic, so I kind of wonder, like, somebody cheapened the design. And then there is one screw right there. Holds the metal collar to the base of this spring mechanism. This is the only odd screw. This is a fine thread screw, so don't mix it up with the other ones. I'll put it in my little screw dish. The collar comes off, and there are two grooves in here you have to align with. There's this one there's a plate on top of the motor, and then there's this one which aligns with this plate. That goes in there. So yeah, you got your rectifier, diode bridge 1, and I guess there's two positions to the switch which do something. And I don't know quite what, but I guess it decreases the output voltage. So this is just a DC brushed motor. As you can see, it's got a cooling fan on it. This is the part of the spring that broke off because of the seized bearing, and let's just pull that puppy out. This is the, I guess you'd call it a keyway, or just a break in that cylindric coupling. You have your torque reacted out through this keyway here on the plate, and it fits into those little teeth. So that's what prevents the motor from spinning around inside the device when it's on. Oh yeah, look at that, 2013 1101. Brings back memories. Not such a serviceable design. Definitely could improve the coupling mechanism between the motor and the vibrating head. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, got 4 screws there. These are actually screws that I replaced. The original ones were rusted, which indicates that there was moisture. And you know, I'm not sure how they would have gotten wet while massaging someone's shoulder or back or whatever it is you do with this thing. Some of the items rusted, including one of the bearings. I plan to use some RTV, room temperature vulcanizing rubber, to seal the head when I reassemble it all. This is what you would use on like a car thermostat to like seal off the coolant so you don't get leaks. So I would put it inside that joint there. I got some springs to try to replace the compliant shaft, but I can't get the right diameter because it actually needs a variable diameter spring, which is incredibly hard to find. So I'm thinking of using a miniature CV joint like for an RC car. I would really love for this vibrator to work again. And the fucked up thing is, I got the new bearings. I ordered them on eBay. They're $2 each. You can buy a new vibrator for like $10. Like, why am I fixing it? But it's just for the experience. This is where the flathead screwdriver comes in. I never screw screws with this thing. It's just to pry things open. What you got here is just an eccentric weight on a shaft and then 2 bearings. And the outer race of the bearings is held in place by these rubber bushings. So this is the thing that when it rotates, you know, you get a vibrating. And this is the shaft on which the spring would have been attached. Again, I need a variable diameter spring, and where the hell am I getting one of those? I'm gonna have to get creative. I tried soldering a new spring on. It didn't work. So these are the bushings, they just come right off. Bearing number 2 is rusted. A lot of rust there. Somehow moisture got in there. We don't know how. Doesn't matter. It says made in Indonesia. NSK 608Z. I got the -2 RS, which is the sealed version. From what I read, these bearings with grease are good up to 24,000 RPM. This vibrator only is apparently rotating at like 5,000 to 6,000 RPM, so. The puller. So, how the hell does this work? Did I leave my wrench downstairs? Oh, it's in my toolbox. There's fucked up little pieces of metal. That's what was the shaft. But again, I'm going to replace it with a CV joint. So it would seem... I don't really mind destroying this bearing, because I will be replacing it. And we're tight. Off center. Motherfucker. Too narrow. You know, people said to get the snap-on one. I saw one on eBay for like $25. I can only imagine how difficult it would be to align the 3-jaw version of this. So yeah, let's pull everything off. Theoretically, I should be using eye protection. I do have glasses on right now, though. Alright, and it slips off. Can I just pry it like that? Maybe you should do it without a TV right there, because if this thing goes flying, that TV's not going to work anymore. So when I invent the CV joint thing, I'll make another video.